Peace, beloved, peace. It's your homie, Young Content, the unofficial sensei of the culture, mastering youthfulness, contentment, and not getting sick from New York City. That place, air is suspect. I'm super happy to be back in the dojo, the secret dojo, with all the homies. I missed your faces. I truly have. I'm renovating the dojo right now, so don't worry about the boxes. Shout out to Nanthrax, Bend the Knee, Arcan. I see y'all. Y'all tell grandma that we're live, because we have a legend. He's okay. Alright, he's alright. We didn't harm him. The dojo ninjas captured his ass though, and he's chilling. But we have the homie Dominomusic live. He's gonna break down his project Presence and kind of give us some tips and tidbits, nuggets. Sorry if the music is fucking overbearing. But dude, New York was a movie. Shout out to Ben and Eve. Vlogs coming out. Literally just affirmed that if you stay righteous, doors open. So yeah, just get in here. Shout out to, I think Brendan is here too. Holy smokes, all this OG love. You guys miss me? Can I get some hearts in the chat or something? Neil Cooperus, let's go. Just hold her. Drew, welcome back, Sensei Young. Dude, fresh mountain air. Yes, that's how I got healed. But you guys in here, come here to hear me talk. You came for the homie Domino, so let's not keep the homie waiting, right? Sheesh. What up, homie? Oh, you're muted.
What up,
dude? What up, homie?
We back, baby. What's
we
up?
are back in a full effect.
Yes.
So happy to have you on the show, dude. The ninjas took care of you, right? You didn't know scars in your body. I know.
Yeah. We're good. Thank God.
I mean, when the dojo wants to hear some information, they're gonna do whatever they have to do. I respect. You even said my last name correctly, did I? Kev says baby. I don't know. You know a guy named Kev? He's calling you baby.
Yeah, I do. He produced all the music for the short films for Presence.
Sheesh.
As well as the interlude on the album.
Dude. Shout out to I saw you. Can you kind of? I saw you in New York. We were at the Woody's party, right? And I was like, dude, I know this guy looks familiar. That was like I feel like I've known you for a long time. Yeah,
quite a moment. The stars aligned, and then everyone just space open. And it was like, wow.
Dude. Did you get shit faced that night, or you were okay? Because the whole NFT NYC experience was a movie.
If there was one night that I did, it was that, because I ended up having to buy a bottle of wine from the bar.
For what?
They were like, if you buy 2 glasses, it's more than a bottle, so like you might as well buy a bottle. And I was like, I guess I'm buying a bottle of wine.
Shit show for sure. Yeah. I mean, you seem like a classy guy. You got the cool style. You definitely were like coolest guy in the room for sure. Definitely
not with you there, bro.
A presence to your swag. For the people that don't know who you are, can you give them the elevator pitch? Layman's, like, who you are, what you're about, in like a minute.
Yeah. I go by Domino. I make music. I've been performing and making music for the last decade. And before that, I was doing close-up card magic, spoken word poetry, cinematography, editing, film photography, drawing, graphic design, and a lot of other things. And then I started combining it all because of my music career, with music videos and a lot of stuff like that. And then I found the NFT space and started minting in March of this year. And we just dropped an NFT album called Presence.
Sheesh! This is what I really want to break down. You know, there was a conference I was in, NFT NYC, and they talked about, you know, when you're using Railable, when you're using OpenSea, in essence, you're tapping into a centralized form of your art. You don't see it that way because you seem, you know, you're getting, you know, sales and things are moving. But you have a really unique way of like really owning all your IP from start to finish, correct? Like, we're going to get into that. And that's where I really, and also talk about the project and all the intricacies of your project.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lad City though in the building. They're legends of content. They were amazing. Yo, Q, give me the photos, dude. Let me post that on Twitter and just like cloud it up. I like your Dead Fellas, Ben. Yeah, Dead Fellas are lit. Rachel Wood says, yo. Damn, that's a real multi-hyphenated artist. So how did you get so multidisciplinary, dude? I know starting this brand back in like 2012, you had to be the screen printer. You had to fucking edit. You had to do all this stuff because you just, we're like DJs. Like we don't really fit into these society like that.
Yeah.
How did you get so multidisciplinary?
I mean that explains it, man. I was how do I explain? I found myself in the arts from birth, essentially. Like I was drawing and writing and doing all these things from like such a young age that it just made sense. And then as life kept going with doing close-up card magic, I had to learn how to film video for it and write articles to talk about performance theory and all these things. And then with music, it was just the same thing. I had to learn how to edit. So then I worked editing jobs at the same time, and just kept learning and learning. So I don't know. I saw the clear connection between every art form and that they were essentially the same, especially how to learn them. And I saw people like Childish Gambino who like really early on were like combining like these crazy websites and this whole world, and you could like have a script that you read while listening to the album and stuff. And I was like, holy shit, this is the stuff I like and the stuff that's getting me. So let's just like keep rolling with that. And then the NFT thing just made it make all the sense.
Wow. Shout out to you giving respect to OGs like that. I'm all about that here in the dojo.
Yeah.
You don't go as far as giving the OGs the credit. I always ask all my guests from the beginning. We'll start from the beginning. From Ben Morrow, the DCL blogger, to all the homies that are coming in the future. What do you love to do?
What do I love to do?
Yeah, what do you love? Not what do you do, because you always get that question at bars. What do you love to do, This is a conversation. This is live with the sensei, man.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, what I do is not which like what I do is what I love to do. And that is connect with people and express that. That's the most, it's like root core of it,
Connect and express. It would be like,
yeah.
yeah, that's serious. I'm gonna give you the Drake okay for that. Hold on, let's see if it.
Okay.
That's lit, bro.
That's perfect.
It's we want to express. I think you're really good at expressing. Seeing your video you dropped on Twitter, it was just like straight up, authentic. Here's what I'm doing. Talk about your music style. How long you been in music? What is your style? Are you like a Childish Gambino itself? I know you perform in LA. You got a lot of following.
Yeah.
What is your style? Or are you discovering that?
No, I wouldn't say I'm discovering it anymore. I've been discovering it for a long time because I started music by doing spoken word poetry. I was a part of this class at my high school that was like a program called peer helping, where it was students helping students. So it taught like therapy techniques, how to communicate, how to talk to people, and then break like someone that's angry, how do you calm them down, like stuff like that. And they would do these seminars, and essentially I was doing public speaking, and I would end these speeches with spoken word pieces in which, that's where the music thing happened. So I had to unlearn how like doing spoken word poetry is so free. I can do any rhythm, I can do anything, and I create that movement. And then on a beat, you have to be like on beat and in there. So it took many years to unlearn the poetry style. And now I would say it's much more defined, and I feel like I'm very multifaceted. And so it's definitely hip hop. Like I'm rapping, there's parts where I'm singing and things, but it's like hip hop rooted. And in terms of sound and sonic, I would say it's across the board, from trap to funk to jazz stuff to soft piano work and all these things. And that's what the album was trying to do, was be a sample platter of all these different styles to show that like we can kind of express those things through any genre.
Are you a Grateful Dead fan, or is Grateful Dead ass?
I don't think they're ass at all. I was like raised on like rock and metal and things. So yeah.
Okay, tell me the rock one. I'll tell you my favorite rock one that really raised
You go
me.
first. You go first.
It was probably POD. Okay, it was fucking POD.
Okay.
I'm 30 years old. It's
Dope.
payable on deaf.
Dope.
The whole Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory,
Come on, yeah.
Limp Bizkit, even some
Yeah, man.
who else was in that motherfucker? Stain and shit like that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Even like, I mean, I feel that a lot. Like, POD hit a memory in me that's like crazy. I'm 29, so like I'm right there, and like, I mean, even like to more of like a pop, not pop punk, but like the Blink-182s, the Sum 41s, even and stuff like that. And then like even the other layer of like 70s and 80s rock and just all of it. I don't know.
Shout out to your parents. Music. You had good parents, or you had like a really good session underneath the bleachers or something.
Yeah, yeah. It was definitely a combo. But my mom and dad really did love a lot of different kinds of music, so they just kind of played a lot of stuff, and then my brother and I like were listening to the same things, and then I kind of veered off.
Sweet. And when we were in NFT NYC, there was a lot of talk around music. I think every conference each day had something involved around music, your IP, sovereignty, meeting Spotty Wi-Fi, and then Blau really affirmed that for me. Do you look up to those guys, and are you like, did you take some nuggets from them, and what was that whole music experience out there in NFT NYC for you? Did you glean anything?
Yeah. Did I what?
Did you like receive anything new that you?
Oh, for sure,
we're about to get into what you're actually doing very soon.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, I think what Blau has done is revolutionary. He's like the guy, and then it's like BT, and who's like an OG, and yeah, I put Spotty in like his own realm because like he's taking the branding of NFTs and his specific punk and creating a whole world around that punk, and I think that's genius. Like that punk that he's been using forever, the Spotty punk it's worth so much more now because of this. So I think that's really cool and really smart and like a different route. Whereas Blau and BT are doing like electronic music combined with crazy tech, and then I try to be more in the middle of like, I come from a music background already, so I didn't want to do like NFT music or crypto music or whatever that means. So I saw the whole and was like, yo, let me jump in this and do this thing. But then from New York, there wasn't that much music events outside of it just having music there. There was a few that I wanted to go to that I didn't get to go to, so that was disappointing. I really wanted to see Latasha. She's an amazing artist, hip-hop artist, singer, rapper, and NFT artist that is just killing it. So I was sad about that. But other than that, like I said to you before, I was supposed to rap on top of a bus in Times Square, and that didn't happen.
Dude. Hold on, I gotta play this for you.
Alpha plays only.
Alpha plays only. You talking about you were on a bus with a double-decker bus where you just like
I was supposed to
cold as fuck?
Yeah, I was supposed to be, and then it didn't happen. So
damn, that would have struck down. That would have been the cherry on top of NFTNYC.
That would have been it for sure.
Rinse says, yo, what up, Dojo? What up, dude? You guys, tell grandma, okay? Reshare this shit, retweet it, spam it.
Let's go.
All right, we're trying to break 100 messages.
Get them in.
All right, please. What up, Dojo fan? Welcome back, Young Bartley. You're the man. Shout out to Creature. I see your Creature in there. Creature World had his own little cool thing. Wish you were there. You might have been there. Shout out to the 16 viewers. So, can you talk about your project now? Why is it different? Kind of how you know? Are you trying to go with your own PFP thing like Spotty? What are you doing in this music industry that is different? How are you leading the indie pack? Because I think you're leading the pack in a sense.
Let's go. I feel that. I don't I don't do anything like Spotty does. Like we are essentially polar opposites in our way of doing it, to where like I'm coming as a music artist into the space as myself, and I'm putting out music as myself and creating my own music worlds, just as me, not with an NFT representation. So the NFTs for me are a way to get into the world, have a piece of the world that I'm creating and a piece of the music, and also like have the ability to not only make a profit off that, but like be a part of this community, which comes with like a ton of benefits. So yeah, and then for this specific project, it was really special because the day before I was going to put it out, on OpenSea, because I had this, sorry, big ass truck. I had this this plan with a different platform to drop through them, and they were going to support it with a bunch of promo and stuff. And then a couple days beforehand, they said, "Hey, no, we're not going to promote it like we said. So like, do you still want to do it?" And I was like, I don't think it's worth it. So we decided not to do that. And I was just going to drop it on OpenSea as 7 separate tracks, and you'd have to buy all 7 to get the incentives. And then I was like, shit, that's going to be 7 different gas fees, which would have been a problem, like trash.
For you're thinking about your user.
Yes.
Yeah.
1000%. Yeah. Cause like it technically would have made us more to do it. But it didn't make sense. And then my coder, Bitcoinski, called me, the legend who we hung out with together, and he called me at like 2 a.m. my time. He's like East Coast, I think, so he was hours ahead, so it was late for him. Where the project was going to drop in like 10 hours, and he said, "Hey, let me like push the album 24 hours, and I'll make you a custom smart contract and a custom mint page, and we'll get this sent out in a brand new way, which is in one transaction, one gas fee, you receive all 7 different song NFTs, each paired with a different art by a different artist."
Is that a game changer, being that we're so early in the floppy disk era? I always say that we're like in
literally, yes.
How does
So
that make
we're
you
like
feel?
following, lucky. Like that wasn't my doing. That wasn't my even concept or idea. That was Bitcoinski seeing this and seeing the future of it, because he was like, "Yo, this is a different way of, like, a new way of distributing music through NFTs that hasn't happened. Like, no one's done this with music, like, at all, you know?" So it was huge, and it was a huge determining factor of like getting more and more eyes on the project, to then see how amazing the art is, and then to see how amazing the music is. So it's all been like a ladder to getting them to the music. So yeah, that just being a historical thing in itself and something that benefits the people is really sick and feels like a lot of alignment for sure.
That's why I had you on the show, because there's so many of my friends in music that are just like, they just want to know. It's like, do I just go in wearable? Do I just like trial and error this whole thing?
Totally.
And I think it's very vague and opaque inside the conversations around NFTs. Everyone's just like showing you the glory. They're not really showing you the mechanisms of how they made it. And then someone humble as you to share that, how your story is coming up. I think it's a value proposition for these artists. Why don't you think that's talked about, like this type of like way of minting music? Is it just because it's so new, or you think it's going to start getting more highlighted?
It's definitely going to get highlighted. I have an unimaginable amount of people in my DMs like, "How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this?" And I'm like, "Yo, you need a coder," and Bitcoinski's booked through the rest of the year. Like, you know, like that's kind of it. And so Bitcoinski and I were trying to come up with a way. We got to hop on call, I think, today about it, to essentially like make that streamlined for music artists to be able to do. That's a Bitcoinski thing, but yeah, we essentially, like, he already expressed that the code is free. You can go view the smart contract, and if you have a coder, like, they can copy and paste type deal without like stealing the info and like exchanging all the stuff, you know. But they can see the actual part of the code that's like allowing that to happen. And he was like, yo, that's the point of like what we're doing, is that it's decentralized and it's open. But yeah, we're going to try and essentially find a way to like, I don't know what it would look like, but for example, creating like a form that someone can fill out with all their stuff and the files, and it will like create that for them.
Do you think music labels are shitting their pants right now?
I mean, they should.
Yeah.
They should. And the platform should too. Like OpenSea is the only one that doesn't have to worry, because it still goes through OpenSea and it appears on OpenSea in the wallet and on secondary. But like that allows for anyone to like essentially be their own platform, which we saw with websites and everything. So like, why not do it like this? And like it did cost a certain amount of money to like to do it and like get the contract running, but it like is a very small fee into having your own platform and your own space for your stuff.
Someone asked, Audius or Opulus? I don't know if you know Audius and Opulus.
I know Audius. I don't know what Opulus is. That I don't know if that's a meme or what, but Audius is a cool website, but I heard recently that their code was looked through and there was some things where they were sending out people's files. I don't know how true or not true that is, but I heard it from someone that seemed to be knowledgeable on it. But I would recommend for a platform for music, Catalog and Zora, as well as just OpenSea and just running it up.
Why Catalog and Zora?
Catalog is super dope. It's a music focused site that allows you to sell one of ones of your song or album, which is super dope. And it's presented in a cool way.
Code is cool.
A lot of, yeah. That's great. It's great. It's built on top of Zora's protocol, and Zora is super sick. Zora is like independent, focused on artists. Latasha, who I mentioned, works, I think, PR for them. And they're just super dope. It's a really dope thing. But Catalog is one of, I think, the only ones that's solely focused on music that is like really, really dope.
Yo, Don, you listen to that? All right, take notes. Get that
Yes,
fucking gel pen out. Start writing it down. Gel pen all of this info.
Hell yeah, I'll type it in the chat.
Also, I'm gonna need you to get your links ready for Presence as well, guys. The way you mint his project is in the description. Follow him. Also, he's right there. You follow him at Domino's Music, right? Domino's.
Sure. Yep.
I think. Why did you name yourself that? Are you a world changer? Are you trying to make the dominoes fall? The house of cards.
So that's hilarious, because sometimes people call me Domino's, and that's not it. It's as if it's mine, like my music, Domino's Music. So it's in retrospect, I was like, damn, I should have just put Domino Music, but it is what
I like
it is.
It, dude. I do like it.
Thank you.
I'm Puerto Rican. We play a lot of dominoes, so it's like.
I feel you. Let's get it.
But your music is about to be played all over. I feel. I need to actually give it a listen. I'm gonna mint your stuff. Can you talk about Presence now? Like, why is this project so heartfelt to you? Did it take a long time to kind of brew it in the cauldron? Like, why?
For sure.
Why Presence? Why now?
Yeah. Well, I wanted it to be like 3 or 4 months ago, but it wasn't ready. So it's been quite a journey. But I started working on the music the first week of the pandemic. I made like 2 or 3 of the songs that are on it the first week. So the music's been being worked on for like 1.5 years. And then I didn't come up with the actual name or concept until we made the song It's a Movie, which is the second to last track.
I love that fucking word. The phrase is my phrase, bro. It's an
anthology.
Bro.
We made that song, and then I started seeing people say it, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. But yeah, you'll like it a lot. It's like an anthem for that phrase. But yeah, we made that song, and it helped me come up with the whole concept, which was manifesting the future through like visualizing it in the album. So the album at the end, like, not to just give the concept off, but like it's exploring like what it'll be like to win a Grammy. So you hear that audio and you hear that experience. So I was like, yo, how funny would it be if the project that like is trying to manifest and explore that like brings that success?
That's power. That's alchemy. It's magic.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
you know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? And things have been happening that I'm like, what the? Yeah. So there's a lot of energy and thought and stuff in the concept, and all the pieces are very specific. And then so the first 3 weeks, I dropped a short film and 7 different art pieces each week, leading up to the album drop. So we did the short films were all shot on red cinema cameras, which is just nuts, crazy. I was editing 8K footage on my horrible laptop that was just like exploding. Yeah, it's literally right here, like about to die. But we did it, yeah. We dropped all 3 weeks. Each week was a different art medium. We sold out everything every time. And they were like the collectors are just crazy. Like, I feel very honored that a lot of the like creators of a lot of these projects are like in on Presessence. It feels very quality over quantity, which is dope. And then that led up to the album drop, which is 7 songs, 7 different NFTs. Each of the NFT is made by a different artist from the NFT space.
And you got some bangers on there.
We got bangers, bro.
Yeah, you got bangers. You got one of them, my favorite, from the Sewer Rats himself, Chemical Messiah.
Yes, sir.
Serious.
A legend in the space. He was the first person I reached out to because I made that song and was like, yo, that's literally the style of the cover.
How'd you connect with these artists? Was it really just organic over Twitter, or they just been following your music?
So since March, like, we all got into NFTs in the same wave. So it was like a February, March, like all these new people flooded in, and I was one of them. And like Liquid Density was one, Chemical Messiah was one, and a couple of the other people on the project. And we were doing all the community events. We were building this like community together in Discords and different group chats. And that was just squad. So reaching out to them was like just a no-brainer, and like instant yes, like for all of them, which was crazy. The only one that I wasn't personally connected to at the time, but I followed for years, was No Paradigms. He did the cover art for It's a Movie, and he does these super dope like 3D renders of teddy bears and has this whole character. He's done a bunch of covers for different hip-hop artists and stuff. So I was like, yo, this is sick. But yeah, and then each song was also produced by a different music artist that I know. So I wanted to bring in music artists outside of the NFT space in to give them the opportunity to really like shine and have momentum instantly. And then I wanted to bring the NFT space to music. So that's why I collabed with so many people.
Literally, seeing like Orphan and Hey and some great streamers like Lads, we always say all boats rise, and it's really, really cool and really practical of you to bring in, your network, your people. It doesn't have to like to be this like Versace Gucci house thing. It's like it's literally like, you can be seen, dude. Too.
Yeah, facts.
Well, does that mean a lot to them? These producers, and you kind of see potential in them.
So I mean, yeah, these like the producers are people I've worked with for years. Like this is family. Like it's very personal. It's not just like people I reached out to. It was I was essentially like forcing them all to see like the reality of the success of this. So I was like, yo, you don't even understand this, and that's fine. Like, but work with me on this. Like, and then just watch what happens. And thank God, like it went how it did. But they like, it was hilarious sending the splits to the NFT artist versus the music producers not from the NFT space. Because the artists were like, yo, thanks. Like, this is sick. Like, congrats. Like, we're doing awesome. And then the music producers are literally calling me and FaceTiming me, like crying, like tears. It's like the most that they had made from music ever. Like, so it's a huge shift, and has been one of the biggest blessings of the project is to just like get everybody some love. And
I love that. Stuff. Do you know what APO means, bro?
What?
APO means?
Mm-mm.
You don't know what that means?
APO.
Yeah.
Uh,
Alpha plays only.
That's an alpha play for sure. Definite alpha play. When you get people, you know, the
Oh,
music
yeah.
connects to the emotion, killing it. Shout out to the chat. You guys, I don't know if you're talking about coins, chat. I don't know. Sometimes y'all just go on tangents. I love you all. Stark says, I definitely get it now. Thanks, bro, for
Yeah.
bringing me in.
He was one of the
Legit, the energy
producers.
was ridiculous. Kev
Oh
says,
yeah.
I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Focus Labs. They threw one of the best parties in New York City. The CEO of YouTube was there, Chad Hurley, Parallel. Shout out to Focus Labs, Randy, Chad Daddy. They literally empower the stream, so we appreciate you. Focus Labs, Focus NFT. Go follow them. You never know, they might invest in your shit one day. Rue said you should check out Pop's NFT on Twitter. 1 ETH giveaway on Mint. Join the Discord. How do we dono? Bro, I used to have a dono link that was connected to ETH. You don't got a dono, bro. Dono and me and like hearts and love, you know, good vibes.
Aw.
For sure. I want to talk about, before we go more into persistence, what do you like to collect? Are you a collector at heart, or are you a flipper? What are some things in your collection that you really cherish?
Oh man. So the week of NFT NYC, I minted 4 like just grails. I tweeted it out, but I got a Habibi archetype.
You got an archetype?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I opened it.
Damn.
I opened these all within like 8 days. I got that. I got my homie Jay's project, Entity Spirits. I got like the similar archetype in that. And then I got in Missing Watcher, this Death by Robots thing. There's like there's only 10 of them, baby.
You got one?
I did.
You're Missing Watcher too. I love how we're intersected in that.
It's one of my favorite projects. I couldn't get into Parallel because I was too late. So, you know.
Damn, bro. You sit on some grails. Any music?
I got some grails.
NFTs that you collect, or because what I'm noticing.
I'm looking.
What I'm noticing in this space is that, you know, you have these like major blue chips, but then you have this underground artist scene that's kind of like the Rat Pack, and they're all like connected together. Like the Watcher started as like inside this group. Orphan started inside of this group. You started inside of this group. Mark Habibi started within this group. Liquid Density. There, it's what is happening on that other side of the PFP train, of the tracks?
A lot. It's like, especially with music, like before the album drop, literally, like this is just fact. Like before the album drop, there was no one talking about music. Like it was Spotty and this dude named Dill who was doing a similar NFT thing, and then like Latasha, Robert Monroe doing piano, and like the big crazy guys. It was literally it, and no one really gave a shit. So to then have the album make a lot of waves and get a lot of eyes and show people like a value in it, it's just been this flood of people coming in that are like, what's a MetaMask? It's like the March, February wave, and then the one from like April and everything. Like it's these waves of new people coming in. And now it's like this huge wave of music artists that are like, what is crypto? Like what is ETH? What's a gas fee? Like the whole thing. So that's what it is.
Yeah, I feel like you're a part of. I'm a big sci-fi nerd, and you're a part of like the colonization of a new asteroid. And you ever seen the show Expanse? And you're a part of that team. Do you think? Talk about how much is the mint? When does it stop? Are you doing a burn?
Yeah.
Like talk about all that. You know, the gears inside of Possessive.
Yeah. So you're getting 7 NFTs with one transaction. There is 7,777 editions of the album. There is a burn date for the unsold albums. That was November 11th. And then the holders in Discord voted and decided to push it to December 11th because of gas fees and such. So we're going to burn the unsold on December 11th now. But we're doing the first airdrop. There's a collaborative airdrop collection that I'm doing for the holders of the album. And that'll be with a lot of really dope artists that are also in the space that I'm a really big fan of.
Chee!
Yeah. So the first one goes out to holders that have an album before November 11th.
Okay.
So on the 11th, we're going to take a snapshot probably in the evening. And whoever's holding it gets the first one. It is by a Marvel and DC comic book artist who did a comic cover of the album.
Sheesh.
So I'm pretty hyped on that.
It's Boss Logic, everyone. All right, it's Boss Logic. He's working on Boss Logic.
So yeah, that happens on the 11th, and then there's going to be a bunch of airdrops from then, as well as a bunch of other drops that will continue to build the world of the first volume.
Wow. Do you want to rub shoulders with the Interscopes? Do you want to rub shoulders with these magazines? Do you care? I mean, is that you think they're going to be knocking on your door? How are you going to be receptive to that?
For sure. I already have like people hitting me, not labels though, but like big music companies that are like wanting to collab and partner or learn essentially. And I'm like super open to talking, especially with labels, because I'm on the end that they're going to get in anyway. So I'm like, yo, okay, if I can have my foot in the door with that and lead them a direction that's actually like relatively dope, then like hit me up. You know, I'm definitely here for that, because I see that there needs to be a bridge, and there's going to be no matter what. So it might as well be like semi in our power. But I would never give a deal that would touch my creative ability. I would never give a deal that took anything over a certain amount. Like, I'm looking for like publishing deals so that we can get the music out to more people. One of the things I'm super hyped about that is some actual alpha is the first track from the album, False Advertisement. The art is by Chemical Messiah. The song's going to be featured on a Hulu original show this year.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So I'm hyped for that, because we are giving soon, when we figure out the logistics completely, we're giving a royalty percentage to holders, as well as the ability to use the songs for up to 5K in YouTube videos or podcasts or streams or anything.
So you say if I get that, I can use that for my stream?
Yes.
Up to 5K of revenue generation.
Correct.
All right. That's perfect. It goes into my next segue. Is, you know, Gary Vee always says in his things, it's like, imagine discovering fucking Nirvana in like a grunge bar, and they had selling NFTs, and you were the first 100 that got those NFTs and royalties. I think for my audience that's trying to get in here, how does that royalty shit work? Is it baked into the contract? Do you not want to give too much? Is it split between 100 people, 1,000 people?
Totally.
Can you break down the science of royalty splits in NFTs and music?
Yeah. So it's something that we're still learning about. But in New York, I met with some of the Royal team, which is Blau's label, because their whole platform is about giving royalty splits. So we're linking with them, and that's why I can confidently say that will be an addition. And it wasn't baked into the contract because we didn't know how to do it at first. So it's not baked into this contract, but it is like a guarantee that it will be implemented and retroactive to anyone that owns the album before the burn date. And then any streams generated in that time will also be retroactive. So essentially, it's us deciding on a final percentage. Like, for example, let's say like we take 15% of total royalty revenue from the album, and then split that among however many holders there are at the burn date. So it's essentially like you would have to buy all 7 NFTs on secondary by a certain day, or mint it to be able to be eligible for that. And then it'll only be eligible up to a certain point
for all 7. You have to
for the whole album.
Yeah, for the whole.
Yeah. You gotta hold all 7.
Hold.
It's the only way to get the airdrops.
Yep.
Yeah. Because it's incentive to mint And then if you're buying all 7 on secondary, like you deserve to be to be in this.
For sure.
But there will be a cutoff day that we choose and will announce for the royalty thing. Because we can't just keep adding people and adding people and adding people, because then it'll
you have to have a cap.
Yeah. So
what do you
right
think that
now
perfect medium of, like, where do you want to cap it? Where would an artist want to cap their stuff? You wouldn't want to have 20,000 people, right? Royalties at 15%. You would want to reward your early and true believers, true collectors.
Yeah, for sure. And so that's why we implemented the burn date. So anyone that gets in before December 11th, like qualifies for that. And we set the albums to 7,000 for that reason as well. Because that's, like, in my mind, that's a huge number. Like, we've sold 4% and already made, like, all these waves and a lot of things, you know? So I'm under the impression that, like, essentially I'm pushing to at least sell out half as hard as I possibly can, which equals about 3,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And so if there's 3,000 holders, which is a crazy thought, we're at like 200 and something right now. Then I would think about changing that percentage to higher for the people.
Sheesh.
Because that's incentive to get it streamed, and that's incentive to play it, and that's incentive to share it. Yeah. So I would give up more percentage on the royalty split for that reason, to get it in front of more people. Because if y'all are taking more but you're promoting it, I'm down. That makes sense.
Yeah. Fuck Empire Records. Yeah. This is how Empire Records was always meant to be, you know?
Yeah.
Given that percentage of the empire.
Yeah, exactly. Forever. So we're working on making it automated and stuff. Like, that's the problem. Like, we do it right now. We're planning on doing it not automated. Like, I'll have to go on DistroKid and essentially pull the royalties each month and then just split it amongst all the wallets, which sending it will be automatic. But me, like, grabbing it from DistroKid to send it.
You think that'll be an autonomous process soon?
For sure. Because Royal,
something that's coming up.
Yeah, exactly. Royal already does it for their artists. And they are combined with people in the industry and people working with labels and stuff like that. So they know the distro kids. They know the, like, different platforms that are doing this. Exactly. That can, like, route it out and do the bridging, essentially. So for right now, we're doing it, like, as best as we possibly can. And that'll be, like, continue to be updated.
Yeah, you're doing a really great job. I really
thank you.
Just hearing you and how poised it is and how determined, and you got all the intricacies, like, literally lined up, dominoes, and it's sorry to be corny as fuck. But I should have a soundbite for that. I wanted to ask, what is the mint price?
0.0777. So it equals out to 0.0111 per song.
Wow. Yeah. And is this going towards marketing and what is the funds going towards?
Yeah, so in, like, so far, all splits are sent out every week for all the artists and producers. Every Saturday, I just hit them with whatever's in there. And then on my portion, my savings, for sure. And then we're doing a fund that I'm setting up. I have to figure out how much, but anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 will be put from my split, will be put into a fund that will pay for artists' first-time minting fees. And then we're just gonna, like, keep throwing percentages into that and having fun with that. And then I want to have the holders vote on a charity to donate to that's, like, music focused and music based, to send just whatever out that we can.
For real. I think you're going to start establishing great connections. I think you did in NFT NYC. Shout out to my boy Abana from London doing his DJ thing.
Yes.
Did you feel like Did you feel like do you feel like there's going to be an NFT music and like conference that is going to
it only makes sense, man. imagine, right? Like imagine that, but it's just a festival. It's just a festival. And you can do so much. Like you can have people that can't go do a Decentraland version, like and stream the performances to it. I literally 2 hours ago just did a Decentraland performance. And so I'm like, yo, come on, man. I heard that I didn't go to the conference in New York, but I heard that you had to print out your tickets and you had to like do a whole, I was like, how is it not an NFT ticket that you scan your MetaMask on already? Like, so yeah, I hope and pray. I wanted to do the full digital festival, but maybe we'll just do both.
Wow.
Yeah, we got to get you over here.
That's huge, bro.
I need you to host the fest, man.
Dude, that's huge. One call away for sure. I would love to see the burn date, even if you do sell out. That's the cool thing about you. You're not success is not determined if you sell out. I think Betty said that today. How are you taking this journey?
It's definitely been a roller coaster because like obviously first day I watched multiple of my homies drop PFP projects and sell out in seconds. So I was like, I don't know what's about to happen, but I know what could happen.
Yeah.
And so I definitely saw the gold and everything, but as soon as I saw within like 12 hours how it was going to go and what it really was and is, I was like, okay, like this isn't like, there's no way to compare this to a PFP project or any other project because this is just like not happened before. So I was like, let me take that and see where I can go with it. And that's when I shifted my whole, like what I talked about on Twitter, how I conversed with music artists, jumping into spaces constantly and like continuing to be a community member. Yeah, but I definitely had some days mentally where I was like,
damn,
this is amazing. Like, why is it, how is it being slept on still? And it's like so cheap.
Of shit.
Yeah, so I get perplexed sometimes, but that was like when we first dropped.
Nice.
Now I'm just like focused. I'm focused on what we got to do. I'm filming music videos at the same time. Like we're renting a helicopter on Saturday, which is nuts and will be fun. But yeah, I'm trying to just keep it going and give the most back that I can. So I haven't really had time to think since then.
Wow. I love how like these artists now are so empowered that they have to be like tech savvy. Before it was like, hey, I need to find a assistant or a publicist. But it's kind of like you're giving them the digital and you're going to make the physical a reality. It's counterintuitive. It's not counterintuitive. It's just the reverse. It's a parallel.
Yeah, yes, it is. And I forgot to mention that holders that hold and have it by December 11th, the burn date, a snapshot for that will be happening, which sends out a physical hoodie and a physical CD.
Jeez.
So I'm hyped. I'm hyped about it. You brought up physical, and I was like, oh yeah, we're doing that as
I know
well.
that merch is about to be snazzy.
Yo, I pride myself on having really high quality merch. Last one I did was a champion sweatsuit, so it's gonna be really nice, and it'll just be something where you like redeem shipping kind of vibe, like a gas fee, but it's like $12.
Rebel Joker says, good day, fam. Yo, shout out to everyone. Guys, if you have any questions, this would be the time to just fucking overload it. FN.
Overload it.
Wait. Album holders get merch? Someone said?
Album holders get merch. Yes, sir.
Damn.
Yeah. Yes. That
any colorways you're exploring with? Or are you going to go... Because you seem like an intrinsic artist.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's just one. We're just going to do one hoodie, and it will be black with gold font, and it will have a customization that'll show that like you're an early holder. So I'm trying to like identify the people.
I love that.
But it'll be dope. I'm very excited.
Are you now back from New York? Are you performing? How's your calendar? Where do you try to perform? Are you speaking of the grind?
For sure. I literally just did a Decentraland performance that was like an hour long.
You did?
Yeah, right before this.
Congratulations, bro. That's huge, bro.
Thanks, man.
That's
was fun.
That's going to integrate you into meta and all that.
Yeah. They said that there was like 400 people that came in, which I don't know. I didn't think that at all. I thought it would be like 60. Yeah, that was super dope. And yeah, I'm doing a VR show on the 13th. That's like you can browse it on desktop, but it's made for actual VR, like the Oculus.
Mm.
And that's gonna be sick. It's like in the clouds, so that should be dope. And then on the 19th, I'll be performing in person in LA. That'll also be fully live streamed with like 2 or 3 cameras. So that's gonna be the official Presence performance with my band, as well as like in-person art galleries with all the art and the short films and the whole thing.
Nice. Yo,
Yes, sir.
if people were passing out at your concert, would you stop the show?
Yes, dog. Come on, man.
I
Come
don't get the
on,
vibe
man.
that Persistence is just in it for the cash. So I think you guys would kind of be,
I would definitely stop, man. For sure.
yeah, for sure.
Necessary. The craziness.
Absolutely, dude.
But I couldn't, I don't know. I've never been in front of that many people. So
For real, it's coming, dude. Metaverse and all that jazz that you're gonna do. Um, dude, learning about this was enlightening. Um,
thank you.
I really am inspired now to really support you. Just seeing how cool you are and how loving you are in a room, care about your community, all that shit is the intangibles that make me want to support
Yes.
somebody. Um,
Fuck yeah, man. I feel the same way. For sure.
for sure.
1000%.
Um, so I should get my album ASAP. This is probably the end of the show where we kind of anything we missed.
I don't think so.
How you know
I got a
Rye?
pin. I got one of your pins.
You do?
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Check out the pin action, dude.
Yes,
Only
sir.
really cool people got pins. Sorry for
Yeah.
the rest of you. You're not getting any. um but shout out to Rye and Orphan and I know you
Yes,
were on
yes,
their
yes.
stream and didn't you do like a performance for their auction too?
Yeah, yeah. I did a couple of the Presence songs with my guitarist, and that was super sick. I gotta get that footage because that was dope.
Did they just like direct live feed into you?
For that one, we had to pre-record it.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That is
I
a
wish
whole
that
vibe.
one could have been live, but
Please post that on Twitter sometime. Please.
yeah, I gotta find it. It was really dope somewhere.
Yeah. So this is the part of the stream where we let you channel your inner sensei. So you can speak, you can chill, you can you can shout someone out, you can call someone out to a maybe like a fencing battle. Whatever the fuck you want to do. But you have the gong. Here's the gong. You have the floor, bro.
I need some incense.
For sure.
Well, if you get some time, listen to the album. I think it's really good. I feel blessed a lot in the space. It's such a loving community, and like going to New York and seeing all y'all was like kind of the tip of the iceberg in terms of what's about to happen, I think. So I'm just excited for the future. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me. It's crazy to bump into you and then just suddenly be here in the interwebs. Yeah, bro. I think that's it, man.
I love that. I love that. I'm gonna do my best to connect you. I think that's important to kind of like look after the people who pioneer. If anybody in my circle maybe wants to ask a question, are they cool to hit you up? I know you have so many.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yes. I will get
Um,
to it. 1000%.
the entire layer of Web 3.0 of finding a dev that could get you your custom smart contract. I think that's going to be streamlined soon.
Yeah, me too.
It's very hard to like you take these like Bitcoinsky and just stretch them out.
Yeah,
But
it's tough.
more than that, I'm pretty sure your music is dynamic. It touches the soul, and it's a frequency that I really want to tap into the dojo. So
Hell yeah.
might need you maybe one day to do like a custom performance or something. That
Yo,
would be really
I'm here
cool
for it.
if I ever blow
Any
up.
anytime.
Someone said if you're a holder of 12 by 11, you'll be eligible for merch.
Yep, that's correct.
December
That
11th.
is the merch cutoff date. Yep.
Merch cutoff date.
Yep.
Dude, Arcan, Kev, all the homies.
Woo.
That was Domino in the flesh. Definitely dropped a lot of nuggets. Really grateful that he was here. Young is a vibe. Scott, you're a vibe. Is that Scott from Genie? If that's Scott from Genie, you're a legend. Dude, let me go and gonna go eat some Kentucky Fried Chicken, and then let this gas fees come down, and I'm definitely gonna get like 2 or 3 for sure.
Oh, go off then.
Kev, thanks for being here, dude. Dude, what you got planned this week? Any other streams or?
Nope. I have a shit ton of work to get done. We're filming the music videos that will also be minted, and you might see a surprise drop or something maybe.
Ooh. Shout out to Amigos as well. I see you, buddy. Shout out to you, Amigos. Keep crushing the game. You have a great community. Trig Nelson says killed it. Yes, guys, subscribe. Follow Domino's music right there. That's his Twitter handle. Check out the links in the description. And other than that, I got a skedaddle. Bro,
good job, bro. Thank you for having me, man.
You can stay in the Zoom for a second. We're gonna go to music, and we're gonna go to outro. Live the dream, eat ice cream, and above all, stay content. Peace.